Alright, Chapter 9, Fuel Manual 1067-1, Section 5, Dispatching Records and Controls, Daily Pumping Record. Daily Pumping Record shown figure 9.5 of the page 914. Known with the operation sheet of the train sheet of the format. May be changed locally or suit local need with the requirements of higher headquarters. Basically, records detail of the operation whole line the same way with the station log detail. Station operation chief dispatcher, chief of the hourly operation reports to keep daily pumping record. Vertical access shows the complete pipeline beginning at 0 hours, ending at 2400 hours. Horizontal access divided in separate sections of each of the pump station, terminal, and pipeline system. Station sections are labeled in station number to location. The first section, U of the base terminal, or the station terminals follow from left to right downstream. Suggested format is described below. Shows the suggested format of daily pumping record. Information recorded. Tank column next to the left-hand time of the column with the U of the record with the number of the tank with which fuel is being pumped. Cumulative input hourly batch. Total fuel pump with the initial station selection pressure for the supply with the gravity feeder pump. Individual pump discharge pressure for the RPMs required with the show. Any of the pumps RPM should be the same for all pumps operating properly. Selection pump pressure for the pump of 1 only is recorded with the discharge pressure of the pump 1 and suction pressure over the next pump. Cumulative takeoff of the depot's terminal hourly total rate delivery with the line rate of flow beyond the takeoff terminal should not be more than the amount pumped into the pipeline minus for the rate of takeoff. Therefore, the rate of flow beyond the full stream takeoff must be 0. Tank column of the delivery terminals is for a normal number of the tank receiving the product with the line temperature. Also has to help save samplers gravity changers. Section for the remarks can be placed below each section of the format batch number chain with the switching time scraper launcher arrival to the other needed information may be put in remarks change section. Preparation and posting. Daily pumping records prepared dispatcher on duty at midnight at 700 to 800 hours. Posting for a 2000-hour old sheet carried out over at 0-hour new sheet. Properly arranged station log helps dispatcher prepare for the post of the daily pumping with the batch change of the showing of the time first final change of the gravity or color rate of flow posted in the remarks section. Discharge pressure should be monitored closely. Any drop in pressure, discharge pressure should show a line tap or break. The batch is complete with the terminal batch number. The barrels bumped in section since midnight should be shown on their respective section number. The barrels short over the each of hours should be entered into end point of the block pipelines with the total delivery. See total pumping pipeline short row the total pumping. See with the total delivery. Cumulative over the short is carried on the complete day only. Cumulative total each shift can be checked by subtraction hourly rates from delivery from hourly pumping since midnight. Graphic progress chart. Graphic progress chart shown figure 9.6, page 916 show the position of batches and their progressive progress in the pipeline prepared one a day to advance the chart over the 24-hour period. Preparation. The chart is prepared on a slopping table with the full length with a parallel rule flow rate scale and protractor adjusted triangle. Any scale can be used. The chart is prepared as follows. Hours are shown vertical axis. Line fill terminals, pump station shown the horizontal axis. Line fills are shown midpoint. 0 barrels. Schedule input shown full length of midpoint. Midpoint represents base terminal. Terminal storage base lines are shown vertical lines corresponding downstream fill the distance for the input point and base terminal. Determine a new product to be started with a line with a horizontal line drawn left of the entry point with the base terminal line is drawn with a distance equal to the number of the barrels scheduled to enter. Adjusting triangle has been preset with the desired rate with the flow. Use the draw sloping broken line with the end of the quarter line back on the base terminal timeline. This point is where the broken line across base terminal timeline show the time of the new product must be started. A solid sloping line extended with the right of the base terminal timeline, the same rate of flow, the degree of the slope of this line show the pumping rate through output line. The terminal is held to the strip product from the pipeline. The slope through output line must be changed. The stripping action is shown by the broken vertical line. Shut down the line is shown by the broken horizontal line. These points are sloping lines that intersect vertical line. Terminal station shows schedule arrival times. Alright, it shows the picture of figure 9.6 graphic progress chart. Alright, use. The chart is put in use at midnight. Dispatcher transfers batch status from bottom of the derivative day chart over the top of the new chart with the position of the given batch determined by the hourly delivery terminal's reported passing interfaces. Batches moved ahead with the behind schedule. The dispatcher can adjust the chart shown with the change of the flow rate, the draw of the new broken flow rate with the project delivery. As a result, desired action to adjust the flow rate temperature of the put back on schedule. Each hour dispatcher draws horizontal lines using the appropriate color of each of the batch. Show position different different fuels of the line, which all batch lines have then drawn, charted, and represented the scheduled pumping delivery operations daily. Daily pumping order. There's no set format of the daily pumping order. Table 9.1, page 918 show the sample pumping general guidelines preparing orders as follows. Time is shown in chronological sequence of defined time shown in the specific action location shown with the base terminal, intermediate terminal, pump station, head terminal. Specific orders may be given the respective terminals and station. Orders show each day with briefly and clearly. All product batch numbers must be designated. Amounts of products to be handled. Type of the interface must be specified. Stream tape operation. Stream tape operation. Another way to show the movement of the fuels through the pipeline. Allow the dispatcher to determine instantly, accurately location any batch buffer, die, plug, scraper, or arrival at any time. Any terminal branch line can be estimated easily. The operation item needs are described. Dispatching board. The board is needed for the stream tape operation along workable by air well pipelines, preferably mounted in the well above the component's board. Include a system of markers showing the station terminal of the stream tape, the guides of the track, and which tape move the separate tracks and tapes each pipeline system. Station markers. Station markers may be movable metal or plastic points mounted with metal plastic guides. The first place marker left upstream of the board distribution represent the base for the terminal input points. Markers going from the right downstream represent all other station terminals. The markers are specified distance, same scale as the pipeline profile wall above. Your stream tape, the paper type of the 4 to 6 inches wide supply of the roll. The rolls are mounted under the left end of the dispatch board with the tape that's fed through the guides of the base terminal mark. The top edge of the tape has a printed scale. The scale shows the line filled with the proper number of the barrels per inch, and the commercial use. The bottom edge of them may have 1 or 2 colored bands. The upper band stands for the shipper. The lower band stands for the product. If there's one single band, it stands for the product. Table 9.1 sample format per daily pumping order, times, location, desired action. Or the number and the width of the post spacing vary usually on the top half of the tape. The of the pumping information include with the hours, barrel pump, latch number, the gravity, batch totals, batch chain, the data, and the other data with the bottom half of the tape with the need delivery information. The includes hour barrels delivered, total of delivery station designation, open time, 4-inch tape delivered from 4 posting spaces, 8 3/4. Each 3/4 of an inch wide. The tape may be re-rolled at the downstream end of the board for storage. The steam tape and the stream tape can be used to record a variety of operations, including pumping, batching, chain delivery. The tape can be used in the following ways. Pumping. The dispatcher performs the number of the operations starting at 1 after 0 hours. Usually the daily pumping order color-coded tape with the select with the freedom with the insert with the track with each of the hour input point reports the number of the barrels pumped. See table 9.2, page 920. Information first posted on the daily pumping record, then on the stream tape. Dispatch you with the printed scale with the measure of the distance of the batch head equal to the barrels pumped in the first hour. The vertical broken pencil line is then drawn with the proper graduation through the first posting space. The line coincides with the input station marker shown how far the batch advanced in the first hour. Therefore, the tape is in advance for each of the hour with the number of the barrels reported. Errors increments will be avoided in hourly with the cumulative batch totals are scheduled with a batch head. Hourly barrels comparative cumulative batch totals are posted in parallel with the vertical lines. Hours are posted with the horizontal line batch number. The gravities are posted in the space below the estimated arrival time of the batch head in terminal of the dispatch. Remember the distance of the barrels from batch head to the terminal mark with the distance of the batches divided with the pumping rate per hour equals number of the hours minute from the time last posting, which first batch has posted. Pump tape cut off with the total barrels pumped. New tape color coded. Next batch trimmed to tape. The old batch number, the gravity tank number, the total barrels are posted in the old tape. Usually posted on the second posting space for the next conjunction. The new batch number, gravity tank numbers are posted on the next tape. Next, the conjunction on opposite of the old. Batch changes. Batch changes are reported at all times in minutes and first and final change of the color and gravity of the barrels pumped during the hour of the change divided into 60 equal rate per minute. The number of the minutes for the past hour of the first and final change of the multiplied with the rate per minute equals number of the barrels past hour with the head of the tail with the interface of the plot of the position tape at the end of the report hour with the mark is made on the scale opposite of the reporting station marker. The two distance of the barrels are scaled off with the index of the mark of the vertical red pencil line and are then drawn from the two graduation from the first and second posting space with the vertical line show be placed on either side of the batch head that is shown on the cut tape. Distance between the red lines shown as the position of the length of the interface station, reporting the change, the date of time, first and final changes posted in red pencil beside the plot. Alright, deliveries. A splice tape continues with advance until another boom batch is started or delivered is to be made. When the delivery begins with some terminal of the proper batch, the opposite of the appropriate of the terminal marker on the board, the part of the tape with the representative of the batch is cut with the downstream of the cut tape. Continue with advance for the stripping operation. The advance with the rate equal to the original throughput, less for the takeoff of the rate. There's new throughput. The full stream delivery is being made with the downstream and it does not advance with the upstream end of the tape. It's advance with the lapped over the downstream with the end of the number of the barrels delivered. The true shipping operation of the full stream delivery. Hourly deliveries are posted in two bottom posting spaces of the barrels delivered each hour with a scale from cutoff. Vertical pencil points are drawn through the bowl space, but there is no printed scale bottom of the stream point. Cumulative hours total should be located at scale with cut. Barrels delivered each hour with a posted and scale parallel in the vertical lines delivery with the different terminals from the same batch scale with the same cut. Alternate space for the posted to show that such deliveries. Red pencil is drawn with a match for the last delivery. Total of two ends of the tape is spliced and lapped. Position the tape to remove the sword. All laps are let out. Again, the tape is then replaced in its original length. Table 9.2 shows sample tabulation receipts and delivery time received from input from terminal Y to terminal Z total and over or short, cumulative over or short. Chapter 10, Petroleum Installation Maintenance. Testing.